Authority Commission.
Yes, indeed.
You are good to start whenever you want to.
Okay.
With our one little item.
With our one little, okay, perfect. I call this meeting to order at 4:45. Roll call, please.
Garza,
Here.
Armstrong,
Present.
Orgish.
Here.
All right, all are present. We will move on to item number 2, citizen comment period with Kyle Housing Authority. Do we have anyone wanting to make comments? Nope. Okay. Okay, so we will close that time. Item number 3, consideration and possible action. We are considering a resolution authorizing the interim executive director to execute any and all documents related to the settlement of the Franconia claim for Pete Dressen Housing.
I always think I can do this from over there, and then I realize I don't have a clicker. So this is the item that we briefed you guys about in closed session at the last meeting. This shows you a little bit of brief history on what the Franconia claims are, but it fundamentally has to do with how some loans that were handled by the federal government have been restructured to the detriment of some housing authorities. As a direct result of that, there was a suit that was filed by owners of FMHA properties against the government, that the most notable being Franconia, hence the title of the claim, that prevailed with a payment of $13 million to the plaintiffs. This has set the stage for other housing authorities who have been similarly potentially damaged in the same way to file similar litigation. For this particular, for the Kyle Housing Authority, our affected property is Pete Dressen Housing. We were approached by Verdian Consulting about our potential Franconia claim. We investigated the matter and determined that it was a valid claim to file. And so we authorized Franconia, or the Verdian Consulting Group, to move forward with the claim. We are at the point now of a proposed settlement associated with this claim at $1.4 million and some change. Verdian should receive about a third of the funds, and the Housing Authority will receive the remainder. It's close to $900,000 for us, and so it's a significant settlement for us, and it will be able to be put to good use. The action that you have today will authorize me to execute the documents that are necessary to settle this claim, to process the claims and receive the settlement funds. So really that's the item before you, to consider the claim, or, consider authorizing me to process paperwork associated with the claim. And your options are to approve or deny the resolution, and staff would recommend approval.
Great, thank you. All right, at this time, I will put this to vote. Do I have a motion?
Do we have
do
time
we
to ask
vote?
questions?
Yeah, of course. I will attempt to answer them.
Okay, so I have 5, but I might not really need all of them. But have we ever worked with Verdian?
I think this is the first time that the Kyle Housing Authority has worked with Verdian. I will say that they approached us, and so I think that they discovered this as a path of business and have been looking to seek out housing authorities that would have a potential standing under this avenue of litigation. But we did research it. Our city attorney also confirmed that research and determined it to be a good and valid process.
Is the 1/3 a standard attorney
Yes.
fee settlement? Okay.
In this nature, it is, yes. And that was part of what was agreed to by the previous board for this particular item.
And will we, I'm not sure if we had in the past, but is there a clear path with how the Kyle Housing Authority, I feel like the mics got fixed.
They're very loud.
Yeah, they're very, very loud.
I feel very loud. I feel like I want to not
I know.
be close to it.
So is there a clear path for how the Kyle Housing Authority will use its portion of the settlement funds yet?
From what I can tell from my investigation into the finances over the last week or so since our last meeting, in what they had anticipated for their capital expenditure plan, they were counting on some of these funds to help move that capital expenditure plan forward. Before we make any concrete plans with this, we will of course bring some conversations to you guys, but I think this is solidly going to go into the camp of helping to complete some of the capital improvements that were anticipated for the properties.
Okay. That's pretty much all my questions.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course.
All right, do we have any other questions? Looking to my left.
I'm assuming, how are the funds transferred to us?
I am assuming that they will come in the form of a wire transfer, but I'm also assuming that I will get information on that as we move forward, and that we wouldn't probably have possession of the funds for a couple of months yet.
Okay, and we have sorted out our bank account.
Yes.
Okay,
I have full access to everything in the accounts and am working with our partners at the Housing Authority of the City of Austin to make sure that we have appropriate documentation and reconciliation of all transactions associated with the accounts. So we're up to our eyeballs on that.
Great. And would there be any sort of stipulations with how we use the funds?
Nope.
Okay, great. All right, any other questions? Okay, well, with that in mind, I will put this forward to a vote. Yes?
Is there a motion?
Is there a motion?
I make a motion for option 1.
Okay.
I second that motion.
Okay, so all in favor of approving the resolution as it stands?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None.
Great.
Okay, great. Motion
Thank you.
passes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, well, with that completed, our meeting is adjourned at 4:52.